Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we decode the hidden language of corporate finance. Today, we're diving into BancFirst's Corporation's latest report, and let's just say it is going to be interesting. It looks like they're serving up some quarterly earnings, and we're here to break down what those numbers really mean for you and their business. Before we dive in, if you love getting clear insights from complex financial documents, make sure you are subscribed. And hey, we've got a fantastic community over on Discord, linked in the description below, where we chat about all things business and finance. Alright, let's get straight to the heart of this filing from BancFirst's Corporation. This document, a Form 8K, is essentially a heads up to investors that something important has happened. And for BancFirst, the big news dropped on the 22nd of January 2026. The main event here is their announcement of fourth quarter earnings, the period ending the 31st of December 2025. Think of this as the company's report card for the last 3 months of the year. It tells us how they performed financially. Now, this report doesn't give us all the juicy financial details directly. Instead, it is telling us that a separate press release has been issued, and that release contains the actual earnings announcement. We are incorporating that press release into this report, so everything we talk about comes straight from them. Let's peek at what the company has registered. They've got their common stock with a par value of $1 per S-share, trading under the symbol BANF on the Nasdaq Global Select Market. This symbol is how you track their stock price on the market, and Nasdaq is a major stock exchange where these trades happen. So, who is BancFirst Corporation? This is a company based in Oklahoma. They are involved in banking and financial services, and this report gives us a snapshot of how that business has been doing. This section is all about how the company has been doing overall, both in terms of its profits and where it stands financially. It's where they tell the story of their performance during the quarter. The date here, the 22nd of January 2026, is when this report was officially filed, but it also relates to the date of the earliest event reported, which is the earnings announcement itself. It's important to know when this information became public. As I mentioned, the core of what we need to know is in that press release. This 8K filing acts as a formal notification to the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, that this important financial news has been disseminated. And who signed off on this report? It is officially from BancFirst Corporation, and specifically it is signed by Hannah Andrus, who holds the key roles of Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. This tells us the report has been reviewed and approved by the top financial authority within the company. Now, while this specific filing points us to a press release for the detailed financial tables, it's typical for these types of reports to focus on how the company performed financially. Wednesday usually look for things like net income, revenue growth, earnings per S-share, and how they compare to the same period in the previous year, for instance. If revenue is up, it means they are selling more or charging more. If net income is up, it means they are keeping more of that revenue as profit after all their expenses are paid. A declining revenue might mean they are losing customers or facing tougher competition. A drop in net income could signal rising costs or inefficiencies. In the absence of the actual financial tables within this particular 8K, we can infer that BancFirst Corporation is sharing its performance results for the final quarter of 2025. Given that they are a bank, this likely includes details about their lending activities, deposit growth, interest income, and expenses. These are the core drivers of a bank's profitability. For example, if their net interest margin, which is the difference between the interest they earn on loans and the interest they pay on deposits, has widened, that's a very positive sign for a bank. Conversely, if it has tightened, it suggests they are facing pressure on their profitability. We also typically look for any forward-looking statements or guidance the company provides. This gives investors a sense of management's expectations for the future. Are they optimistic about the coming year, anticipating growth and improved performance, or are they signaling potential headwinds and challenges? For a bank, this could involve remarks on interest rate environments, economic forecasts, or regulatory changes that might impact their business. Looking beyond just the numbers, we often consider the broader economic context. How is the overall economy performing? And how does that affect a financial institution like BancFirst? Factors such as inflation, employment rates, and consumer spending can all have a significant ripple effect on a bank's operations and loan portfolio. Based on this filing, BancFirst Corporation has officially communicated its fourth quarter financial results, while this document itself directs us to a separate press release for the specifics. The act of filing this report signifies transparency and compliance with regulatory requirements. The fact that they are announcing earnings publicly means they believe their performance is noteworthy, and investors will be keen to examine those details in the accompanying press release to gauge the company's health and future prospects. Now, looking at this filing from a wider perspective, BancFirst Corporation is doing what companies are expected to do. They are reporting their financial results. The efficiency and clarity of these reports are crucial for maintaining investor confidence. The fact that they are using the Nasdaq Global Select Market implies they are a significant player aiming for broad investor access. The key takeaway here is that an announcement was made. The real analysis begins when you dive into the actual numbers in that press release. In conclusion, BancFirst Corporation has provided an important update on its financial performance for the fourth quarter of 2025. While this 8K filing serves as the official notification, the detailed financial story lies within the press release it references. Investors and interested parties should carefully review that press release to understand the specific earnings figures and what they signify for the company's direction. Alright, that is our quick decode of BancFirst Corporation's latest filing. What is your take on these announcements and what they might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a like, it really helps us out. And of course, subscribe for more deep dives into corporate finance. Don't forget to join our growing community over on Discord. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.